Okay, thanks. Do you still hear me? All right.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Cool. Good. Now I got you in my ears. Okay. Cool. Still awaiting that FOMC notes. All right. I think we're streaming. We should be streaming live for everywhere here. Um,
Yeah, run it. What are
okay.
we looking at today?
I wanted to touch a little bit on just kind of monthly close here of Bitcoin. I thought we'd look a little bit at real world assets and maybe any gaming type of plays, kind of narratives. And yeah, I mean, let's kind of get about it. I think as we're doing this, kind of the meeting, the notes from the FOMC will be coming out. Uh, yeah, kind of what I got, I guess. What I think. We'll keep it kind of short and on point. So, yeah. I want to be able to bring you on correctly here.
Yeah, you want to pull up like the Bitcoin chart?
Yeah. Okay. We'll get going. Sorry. Yeah. Let's get going. Sorry, guys. How's everybody doing today? All right. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Guys, welcome Wednesday. Sorry here. Still messing around with some parameters. Yeah. So let's kind of first. This is a Bitcoin TPO chart, right? So these are different time frames here. In large here on our left or on our right is Bitcoin on just a 3 minute time frame here. You can see actually as we speak, we're kind of sitting here on our Monday low. We've come down and tested daily briefly here, just under 66,100 or so, and recovered slightly nicely. Looking over here on a 30-minute chart, here you can see again our Monday low just keeps us slightly above our point of control here. So we'd like to keep this and not lose this and come back down to our daily, which again put us just about at 66,100, 100 or 150, give or take. But really, we're kind of trading inside this volume profile. Our value area low here sitting at really just about 66,000. And then above us at about 66,550. So, yeah, today is the monthly close, right, of Bitcoin on the monthly. So we can take a look at that as well. And we kind of got an interesting pattern or candle here forming on our monthly close. If we look at things here, so this will be our candle here on a monthly close. I don't know exactly how much time we have left on this. So we should... It's not going to tell me how much time, but this is our monthly candle here. You can see that we have large wicks on the top and bottom of this, almost like a spinning top. You would say, kind of like market indecision. This slightly looks bullish here. We are trying to reclaim. Unfortunately, though, it looks like we are, still on a monthly downtrend here. Wow, that didn't look pretty. But really, this is the significant level on our monthly here that would be something to, if we could close above this today, that would definitely be a bullish sign. And and that has to do with this level right here that we are talking about. As we can see here, draw out on my chart, and let's just mark this like a daily level, even though this is a monthly. So this is going to be at our at 67,472, at least on this is on the Coinbase chart. But to give you an idea of the monthly close, if we could close above this price today, that would be a really bullish sign for Bitcoin, in my opinion. You can see we're currently at 66,400, so we're just about 1,000 underneath this right now, and so this would be something to watch. Yeah, I want to say that, as well as you can see that we are fighting for support here below, also on this monthly candle. Coming in at let's see here, at just about 62,668. We would like to definitely be closing above that. You can see that it looks like that we are today going to do that. So yeah, kind of still stuck in this tight range, right? You can see at least if the low for this monthly candle does appear to be hold here, that at least is not the most bearish looking situation. This week has been an interesting week in the overall market. In the background we have lots of big earnings, especially tech this week has been going on. We had Microsoft came up short, and AMD has done the opposite, has outperformed so far. So I think there's a lot of waiting still on the rest of the week. As we're talking right now, I think the FOMC meeting is going on, and soon we'll kind of have some of the notes released from Jerome Powell. So my kind of current read on it is, no rate cut now, but come September, good possibility is what I'm thinking. What are your kind of thoughts on that, if you don't mind?
Yeah, I'm just watching the tech earning reports right now.
Okay.
Bitcoin's kind of like in a just range bound, so we're just waiting on that next move up or move down, but it's going to be explosive the longer Bitcoin stays in this range.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Correct. You could almost say it would be a little bit of a squeeze going on here. Yeah. I agree definitely, and it'll be interesting to see where that takes us. I know that, for example, in some of the practicing and learning of like technical analysis that we do sometimes in Bridge3Labs, we learn that the longer, for example, if this monthly here, right, for example, was resistance, as you can see even here on this 15-minute time frame, it has been this 67,472. That typically anytime an asset, right, spends a great deal amount of time. I need a new mouse. A lot of time coiling up underneath resistance. Typically, that is where we expect to see then the larger moves. Either, for example, if we were spending a lot of time basically in sideways action or building up underneath a point of resistance, usually can see an explosive move. Hopefully to the upside would be that resistance, or also if this was, we're straddling support, it could be obviously it could be either direction. So I'm trying to highlight there. So that'll be I would tell anybody trading crypto especially or Bitcoin on an FOMC day, to be expecting a lot of implied volatility, and to be careful, because it's harder to do, especially as like a leverage trader, managing risk, right, with stop losses and things like that. With greater chance of being wicked out or just not being profitable that day. So Yeah, yeah. If we want to, like, while we're here on TradingView real quick, I figured we could just keep looking a little bit more at crypto here, and we're just looking at dominance and well, really, this is market caps we're going to look at here. Total one again, kind of still ranging inside the previous week high and low, as you can see. We are above the monthly open of July for total one, so that is a good sign. That is a good sign, at least for Bitcoin, some of the larger caps. We can see here down below too, right on total two, which is all the cryptos except Bitcoin. We are again above the previous month low, but we are still kind of range bound in the previous week. And then looking at much smaller caps, others, we see kind of the same thing here. So what to be expected. Let's see here, moving over, if I could look, yeah. Looking at 10-minute estimations on Bitcoin. If this is something if any of this piques your interest, come to Bridge3Labs. This is kind of some new developments working on here. Just kind of give an idea on 10-minute estimations. It looks like currently slightly a little bearish right now for Bitcoin. We just kind of put in a bearish fair value gap here at 66,450, all the way up here to about 66,600. So we'll have to see what happens there. We've been kind of putting in equal lows this morning, so we'll wait and see. I'd say on that. Jumping over here, looking at S&P 500. You can see it's been quite a rally out of here. This is something that I was talking about earlier this week. This 525 level that now you can see we're above, which was really this previous day high too. We actually came up and yesterday, you can see here, tapped this liquidity early on, and then we obviously reversed. But now today, you can see that we basically wicked again to the downside this morning. We got here, and now have come up and blasted up and through that 525 level, and are still rallying up here at about 560 currently as we're speaking. So overall, that is a good thing for that the S&P. We could look at the Nasdaq if we wanted to, but just kind of getting general idea here. Lower time frame, kind of my personal technical analysis this week has been on Bitcoin here, that I wanted to see 66,000 here reclaimed as support. Closures on a higher time frame, for example, on a 4-hour or a daily, is something I would look for there. You can see here that we have managed to break above that today, but have lost it several times and might be looking to lose it again. We've kind of started to put it in, at least on this 30-minute time frame, slightly a bullish OB order block that should hopefully act as some sort of support here. But it'll be interesting to see. If this is lost, though, I would predict that more than likely we could come back down here to continue this break of structure down here at the 65,300 area. Yep. Short term, right? RSIs are definitely turned down, right? Actually negative now in the daily. RSI is at 55, 45, just slightly above the previous day, giving us a little bit of a bullish continuation there. But I would definitely advise caution with that. And it looks like we're probably going to lose this 66K level here, possibly. So just caution with that. I thought maybe we could.
You want to pull up the Bitcoin ETH chart we always look at?
Sure.
As a segue.
So this is ETH paired with Bitcoin, right? So this will be ETH's performance compared to Bitcoin, as we can see here. This is actually on a 15-minute time frame, but maybe we'll move here to a little bit higher time frames to give a better representation. We can see here, that at least on this 4-hour time frame, right? So this takes us back to the 27th, basically since Saturday. We've started, over the weekend. Again, I always advise be cautious with any gains made over the weekend or market moves over the weekend, because the market always tries to, I find, still finds balance come Monday. CME options are closed, and they still play a big enough role that it definitely influences the market. But so this is where ETH was starting to outperform Bitcoin. We can see here, and we'd like to hopefully see this trend continue here. Right now we're at almost 5 hundredths, 0.049, but would like to see some sort of this trend continuation here, to be a sign for ETH to start continue outperforming Bitcoin. I will say on this 4-hour time frame here, we are coming down on momentum a little bit slightly, but overall money flow is starting to turn bullish on this. Not yet, but it's definitely coming out of the bearish zone here. Again, we do have a red dot on a 4-hour time frame here, so I would expect ETH to come down here with Bitcoin some. I don't know if we'll ever have a chance to see a $3,000 ETH opportunity for those of you guys that are just investors or DCA. If we were to, I think that would be a great opportunity. I don't know. My personal opinion, I wouldn't look at adding to my ETH bag right now at these levels. I think 3,200 would be a better place to start on the high side if you were thinking about maybe adding or DCAing on these dips. Yeah. Or really, I would look for something even less than the 3,200. More, I would look, somewhere 31.5, something like that, 31.6. I'm just using round numbers here. And then again, an opportunity if we did in the lower part of 3,000. We could also kind of, looks like we're trying to find a little bit of support here as well. We can see with on this as well. So we can go ahead and maybe mark this for today and see if maybe next week if this is acted as support for us or not, and come back to that. So what else is good, man? What else is good? You been exploring anything new on Polymarket?
Nothing on Polymarket. I'm trying to get out of some positions, but nothing nothing too spicy on Polymarket. Honestly, just been watching the tech equities right now with the FOMC and the earnings this week. Crazy stuff with AMD and Nvidia yesterday, just with the Microsoft news. We'll probably see. I think it's going to be pretty bullish for the next week or 2 weeks. See a lot of green days. But yeah, it's been like it broke the downtrend for both the SPY and the QQs. So I'm kind of looking for more green days in the future now.
All right, yeah. Me too. I think all of us. Yeah, we can see Microsoft still, down today off the earnings miss. This Nvidia got quite the run up this morning, even pre-market. I believe it was 10%. So yeah, mainly obviously Microsoft, CrowdStrike, obviously being down too. With I think that's less of a financials and more of a technicals issue with CrowdStrike, right? Maybe financials if they have to pay out reimbursement to some of these companies. Amazon's doing well. Tesla is up 3% today.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Microsoft was down like 10% after hours yesterday and then rebounded. So it's it's I mean all the value right now for AI is still funneling towards NVIDIA, AMD, basically chips and not the companies building the platform software for this current moment. We'll probably see that for the next couple of months as well.
okay.
Um, it's
Okay.
just that's just where the value is being accrued. Uh, Probably just because there's no significant cash flow from AI software companies besides OpenAI, and
Right.
they
Yeah.
probably are buying
Exactly.
NVIDIA chips as much as they can right now. So,
What's up? I something that piqued my interest while these I'm looking at Apple and Google next to each other was a report I had read more recently that came out. It wasn't super specific enough, but it had to do with Apple's decision, or quote unquote. It was just in the newest some of the literature. Basically, they didn't make any mention of any using any NVIDIA chips, and it was that basically they had chosen to use some of Google's cloud infrastructure for some of the AI um, choices that they were. I'm not sure if this applies is going to apply to, like, say, all their new products, or if this was maybe just for the Vision headset, or maybe a new lineup of phones. But that was a I was surprised by that, and interesting to see how that will come about and play about as well. Because I know in also Apple's iOS 18, which is not out for public, is where the big integration with AI uh, will come in for them, so that they can be more of a stronger player with like Samsung and what they're doing with AI right now.
hmm.
Do you?
Yeah, I mean, Apple getting into the AI game is definitely a game changer. I was actually looking at Meta
Okay. I
for as like a good long-term hold stock at this point. I think it's a good buying opportunity right now for long-term holds for U.S. equities, especially large cap U.S. equities. Um, just with the 2 week drawdown or whatever correction. Uh, yeah, I think still dollar cost averaging, buying long-term holding and is still pretty good right now.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, we see. I mean, technology obviously out best performing today. Industrials and basic materials for the weekly, and real estate still for the month. Wow, technology's 3 months. Interesting. Yeah, Dow, Nasdaq, SP, all doing pretty well today.
You have any insight on the FOMC interest stuff? Have you looked into it? I just heard they're potentially September again. Didn't
Yeah.
change anything today. What's your take on that?
I think that more than likely, I think more than likely, honestly, that they probably will do some softening in September. I think that not even in. I think that it conveniently lines up as well with right before elections in November here in the U.S. Um, I think that I would like to believe, hopefully, that all political sides want a healthy market, but I definitely believe that I would think that all political parties in the run up to the election, um, you know, whether in power or not, would favor, you know, especially if you're a sitting party, right, would favor a market doing well, right? Even if it was, you know, even if it was more of a, I don't know what to say. Even if it was just more of a convenience thing. So, yeah, yeah, um, yeah. I was looking the other day at Netflix, which was yeah, Meta's up 2% today. Even Riot's up 1%. I had read recently. I'd read something today too about the with the Bitcoin hash rate, had the difficulty had dropped quite a bit, making miners a little bit more profitable in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean the halvening is really taking a toll on miners, especially the ones that don't have the best electricity rates. Um, I was looking. Do you have a preference between Mara and Riot at this point?
Nah, well, I believe I have to go back and double check, but I believe one had announced that they were changing their strategy, basically that they were going to try to start accumulating more Bitcoin and not selling it off immediately. I'm not sure. Not sure if Google can find that for me. Yeah, this was 5 days. I mean, this was it. Yeah, this is on Marathon. This was on the 26th. Yeah, see, Marathon Digital buys. Let me make sure I'm reading that right. 100 million worth of BTC announces new full HODL strategy. So yeah, it says Marathon Digital's new strategy is to stockpile up Bitcoin holdings. Says that aside from buying more Bitcoin on the open market, it also plans to keep all of the BTC that it mines as it adopts a full hold on for dear life HODL approach towards its Bitcoin treasury policy.
Hmm. Interesting. That's I mean, it's like MicroStrategy,
Yeah,
right?
that's what
They're
I was about to
just
say. Yeah,
hoofing.
yeah, that's like full blown micro strategy, huh? Yeah, I mean that'll be interesting to see. Look at Mara versus Riot. Even on something like that to see. I wonder if I could um, make that happen real quick. Let me add Riot. Yep. So here we go. Check this out. Let's look real quick here. And it's going to probably be too early to tell, but maybe if we look, remember to look back on something like this. But right here is a spaghetti chart of uh, marathon, right? And then with Riot here overlaid with it. Pretty correlated for the time being, obviously. But as we go out further on here, we'll have to see. So again, marathon being what we have here in our chart and candlesticks, and Riot being overlaid on top. I don't know if you could already speculate that, for example, that say with Bitcoin coming down a little bit in price right now, and Marathon holding more Bitcoin versus selling it off kind of in typical fashion like miners do, if that's why we see perhaps uh, Riot doing a little bit better. But I don't know. I know another one we could look at. I know that they kind of have a different strategy. I will be honest, I don't fully understand it, but it's Clean Spark. Are you familiar with those mining company?
Yeah, I think we talked about them
Okay.
a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. I think we did. So, um, if we look here, yeah, Fed leaves rate unchanged. Yeah, that's what we figured. We had the U.S. moving quite a bit, some Bitcoin earlier in the week. I'm not sure. That was from the Silk Road. I'm not sure what they ended up doing with that.
Oh, I
Wow.
thought they sold off most of the Silk Road stuff to people, to Tim Draper or whatever.
Did they? Okay. I know they moved
I
some
think
this
so.
past this week. Some was moved.
Um, yeah, you want to continue talk about alts. Let's look at Sol. What's Sol price right now? Sol's kind of the big winner this season,
Wow, these
this cycle.
huge buy orders coming in here. Okay. Yeah. Let's look at so. Bouncing back, bouncing back. Man, I need a DJ.
For music. You're gonna
Yes,
get
sir.
copyrighted.
I'm not
That's the
doing it. I'm not
problem.
doing it for the clicks. They can demonetize me. I don't. It's okay.
No, like they'll just block audio out,
Oh, okay.
like everything.
Well, obviously, wow, we're down 190. We're down from the high of what?
What was that, like couple, like 5%?
Yeah, golly, I went on a DJing trip over the weekend, and I think I broke my mouse that I brought with me. It is not. It's like the buttons are stuck. Oh, I'll do this without. Yeah.
Typical, typical crypto volatility, nothing to be worried about.
Right.
Um, yeah. I
Um.
think a lot of people are building on Sol now. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it, yeah. Yeah. I've been like I mean the speed, the cost, right? Uh, the speed of transactions, the cost of transactions. I'm talking about. Obviously, make it. I think a more adoption or more. I could tell you this from right. Even I barely do stuff say from a mobile device, right? But
mhm.
it's for me to open up MetaMask, right, and move some coins around and stuff like that. Say from a phone, versus opening up, a wallet like Phantom or something like that on mobile and moving some money or interacting even with like an NFT marketplace. Um, the UX user experience, right, and everything is always by far much better. For instance, in with Solana, in my opinion, at least
Right.
on mobile. And I, even though I don't think it's the best practice, right, to be doing, majority or serious, say, fight, especially if it's larger finance things on a mobile device or something like that. Um, when looking at large scale adoption, right, and everything else, there's a lot of majority users that maybe only are using a mobile device. So that's kind of hard to ignore. Um, yeah, yeah. Kind of, I guess, more too. You could make the argument for something like Ton, right? Which, once again, I'm not.
Yeah, what's Ton? Has Ton, is Ton just holding steady? I mean, I've been trying to find a good entry on Ton and haven't been able to.
Yeah, we got a nice trend here on Tron, at least in the short term here. Let's look here at something more responsible, like a daily level. Hmm. Yeah, this is looking slightly bullish here. I like this. I mean, I shouldn't say slightly. Uh, what do I like? If I'll tell you, we got a green dot on the daily right here on this momentum wave, right? We are coming up. Money flow is starting to come up. We do see RSI starting to turn up here. Um, you know, from a just support and resistance level, right? It seems like that we found some comfortable support here down about $66.22. You know, and more of this resistance on a daily level up here above at about $8.28. Then when looking at talking about finding a good entry, right, on something like this, if you're looking at trying to time something besides just on a momentum standpoint or whatnot, this is where we can use something like a volume profile. Comes in handy. Looking at this looks like here we have our value area high, our point of control, and our value area low. This value area low right here is coming in at $6.82. That we are just starting on this daily candle to break above, which is definitely a bullish sign. I would wait for a daily closure, right? I would wait for this candle closure to close above this value area low. With that being said, I would think I would then I would look for possible entry. Being that we close above this value area low and don't end up wicking or something like we can see here in the past on this daily candle, and we get a closure, then we could more than likely expect to move up here to at least to the point of control at $7.28 or $7.27. And that will be our next kind of local area resistance area. So bullish, more specific kind of like bullish signs that I would look for, right, on that more specifically would be so a closure right today above $6.82, right, and then I would expect to look to move up to this point of control at $7.27. That has acted every time in the past, right, has acted as some points of resistance force. That being said, if you were to think about maybe entering on something like this, I would look at taking profit right here at this point of control. But also too, be looking for this to be broken to at some point as resistance for really a continued bullish. So we're looking kind of for something like this. And then we will hope to come up and test our value area high of this range here. But yeah, for the most part, at least on these daily time frames on the SPY VIX, it's looking pretty well. Again, short term, right? Looking out, I would expect this to do, yeah. This, I mean, everything's lining up pretty well here for taunt. Actually, as we look at it, I do like that. Volume has come down some, obviously, but yeah, this looks pretty healthy to me. Good mention.
Interesting. Yeah, I could look into getting some tons soon. It looks like a pretty good entry right now. Maybe wait like another day.
Yeah, I mean, I just always trying to be on the safe side, right, with that. But yeah, you can see that really even looking at looking at just discount premium equilibrium. Yeah, EQ's about at $7. So an opportunity below that would probably be pretty good. Be pretty good. If we were to look at this on a weekly, what are we looking at? Yeah, even on a weekly candle here, it looks like that yeah, we're hopefully starting to put in a bullish reversal here. Not the biggest weekly candle here, but something for sure. Money flow is starting to turn green too on the weekly. We do have momentum slightly coming down, but not the worst thing in the world there. Yeah, Son, I wanted to welcome back, Danksy. Sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hang on. Let me see myself. Go ahead, Danksy. Go ahead, Jason. Well, yeah. Hang on, let me see myself. Okay. How about I just send you a new can I send you okay. Cool. Go ahead, Jason. Can you send me one, sir? Okay. We are switching to Discord. If there's members here. Sorry, so I'm waiting for one of the co-founders, Danksy, to kind of rejoin us here for a minute. There we are. Hey. Yeah, I think I have you now. Yeah. Okay, hang on. Come through again?
Hello? Testing? Yeah, I'm like really quiet, but it works.
Okay. Man, I'm sorry.
You good.
Okay.
Where were we? What were we talking about before? It was Ton.
Ton,
You were
yeah.
talking about weekly. I heard. I was like tuned in the Twitter one, Twitter side.
Yeah.
What are you on now? What are you looking at?
Well, I was back at Tom, but let's move on real quick. There was I wanted to look at, a few real world assets and maybe some gaming is possibly too here. With some of these smaller caps, I know that there are some gaming developments coming up. I think in the next week or so.
You want to talk about gaming? I just looked into because we bought at Bridge3Labs a bunch of undead games, and we got airdrops for it. I got like $1,000 in airdrops.
Wow! Oh heck yeah!
Yeah.
Way to go! Way to go! Yeah.
Yeah, I just checked. I had like one epic and one uncommon, I think, zombie, and I just haven't been following up. And yeah, I just got that airdrop, or I had that airdrop, didn't check it out on my MetaMask.
Nice.
But yeah, a lot of the
See, this is about
still waiting on.
MPC. This is some MPC Labs, developer of GameFi and the base ecosystem, just completed an $18 million financing round by Pantera Capital. Telegram. This is about the Telegram game. Minigame Catison has more than 26 million players and has earned 16 million through in-app purchases. Wow. That's impressive. Yeah. I would have thought those were bots. Sky Mavis released a review of the first half of 20 with more than 3 million users on the Ronin. Yeah, not an Axie person. Top 10 new player growth rankings. Are you familiar with any of these? Wild Forest, Matrix Fire, Goat Gaming,
No.
The Man Who Sold
I
the
don't really
World.
play
No.
games very much anymore.
Okay.
Axie Infinity is still top 10 for player retention go up. Oh. New player retention.
Yeah, it's wild to see Axie Infinity still. New user retention. World of Dipians. Hunters on Chain. Only 11,000 users though. Top 10 transaction account. Gangster Arena 2. That's a lot. Well, maybe it just launched. That's why it's new. Chain.
The Undead's Metaverse, that's the one.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see that.
That's the one I think that we got, or that I got. Haven't played anything, just saw that I got the airdrop.
Cool. Will DeFi Llama show us if any of these games are profitable yet, by any chance?
Like cash flowing? Maybe. I'm not sure.
What was that Catizin game called? What was that? I think it's Catizin. Catiz. Maybe I just need to go to Ton. Okay, let's look at revenue. Here is some games. Cockfight gaming. Let's look at fees. Well, I don't, these games down here I'm looking at least some of them that are labeled gaming. Can I go to category gaming? Actually, here, let me look on Token Terminal if I can look just by categories, market sectors here on gaming. Revenue, of course, mainly going to DeFi, Jito. On the Solana note, right, you guys, why Jito, right, is not the importance I would highlight of a coin like Jito. And why I would speculate that it's doing well. It's a liquid staking, right? Obviously, we can see here in the category. But people running high speed, trying to like high speed transactions, or even using like private Solana endpoints, right? They'll use a Jito connection for actually to bribe. Jito, it's liquid staking, but they offer kind of like similar to, I don't know, I'd say like Mev almost on it. They offer kind of like pooled transactions and things like that. So I would expect as Solana grows, that Jito will grow as well, especially when it comes to well, their fees are down, the assets staked, active users. I would expect this growth to continue, is what I'm trying to say, at least the time being along with Solana. Or if you're looking to, if you're really bullish on the Solana ecosystem, but wanted to be more balanced in risk, I definitely think Jito is a good investment more long term. Let's look here more at gaming. Gaming's okay. Let's look at past 30 days. So, and this is only showing us decentral games. Maybe this is gonna have. No, I'm not gonna be able to do it. No, I'm not gonna be able to look at gaming the way I wanted to on there.
I think it's really hard to speculate, invest in games if you're not actively playing these. Like, you don't have the touch, you don't have the insight on it.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what's hot. I don't. I think I've heard some new announcements for Mantle coming out, by the way. Yeah, no, I'm not going to be able to. I'm not going to be able to. Yeah, I'm just not going to be able to pull it up, the gaming side, I don't think, like I wanted to. Yeah, I'm not going to have that. I saw, Polymarket has partnered with Substack to launch Polymarket Embeds, allowing Polymarket wagers in articles, and has introduced its own publications, The Oracle, following a surge in trading volume. Go Polymarket.
That's all me.
That's all you, buddy.
All
Yeah. I know it. That's good. That's good, man. Would it be early? On the one more thing I thought it was kind of notable here was that DraftKings is terminating its Polygon supported NFT platform, Rainmakers. I don't have any experience with that one personally, but this has to do with a lawsuit, basically declaring it as unregistered security. So I don't know how much. Yeah. And then lastly, Squarespace security lapse resulted in crypto domain hijacking. Right, Squarespace is just a platform people use to register domains and or build simple websites. But anyways, yeah. And then Compound will have to be something to watch. I don't know how serious this is, but faced a contentious governance proposal 289, leading to the transfer of 24 million worth of comp tokens from its treasury, highlighting potential vulnerabilities or of decentralized governance systems. Hey, no plug, but shout out to this platform right here. I'll tell you something really cool. I just did this past week, actually, was I'm sure like many had a few NFT kind of rugs, basically sitting in some wallets, basically some either in what I'm talking about more specifically were some passes for NFT tools like in platforms, and more specifically, this was for some that had actually gone out of business, right, no longer operating. Actually, using this platform right here, I found that I had offers on some of those. Right, I was surprised, but they were from unusual marketplaces. But long story short, the offers were good. I accepted them, and they did come through. So I was, which really led me to even speculate. Wait a minute, I was looking at one of these was for the marketplace. Golly, what's wrong with me? What used to be NFT scoring, which is then turned to this. So I don't know if this can still be done or whatnot, but this was called Singular, and they had just launched, unfortunately, at the worst time. But they were I didn't even know. Apparently, I should have paid attention. But they were offering here a buyback, right? And it said it was actually going on till the 10th of this month, so it would have ended. But it says, you can either send these to a wallet address, and they're processing refunds. So I don't know if it's still going on or not. And then, or the second option, you can sell. Apparently, there was bids on Blur. I went and looked. There is no longer bids on Blur. But so I don't know if they're still like offering for that address. That's the only thing I can speculate, is that maybe you can still send these NFTs to that address and collect funds. Or that either that or people just have old bids out there still on this for that purpose, because that would be other than that, these NFTs are worth nothing. But so I almost wonder if you could scrape for these sitting at, say, in people's wallets, and even put in an offer or whatever. I don't know. It depends if you could still get. I was getting offers on SudoSwap, basically, is how I was able to cash them out. I actually held a few of them, so that was kind of a cool opportunity I just stumbled upon. Thanks. Shout out to Sharp AI on that one. But yeah, I'm really kind of starting to enjoy this platform quite a bit. Well, is there anything else big coming up for the week, or anything we need to talk about, Dinksy, that you know of? I know that I think you and Rhodes had a great show just Monday. Tuesday.
We have, so our space spot with Poppy was moved, and then we have a space with a very special guest, Bren from Bren Trades. I don't know if you know him, but he does a lot of like meme coins and like alpha calls, and we'll do a partner space with him tomorrow, actually at the Poppy time. So that 1 p.m. Pacific slot is gonna be filled. So we'll be posting about that on Twitter.
Okay.
Relatively soon, which got moved. And then what else is on the books for this week? You want to look at Congress trades? That's always a fun time.
Sure.
Always fun time speculating on that. If I was gonna bet money on what trades will come up, it's probably large cap tech and a lot of buys.
Well, you are a large cap tech. Dang. So for I'm looking at, these are file dates, right? Being yesterday. Nancy Pelosi, gosh dang it, sold Microsoft.
Nancy Pelosi bought 10,000 shares though, NVIDIA.
Yeah.
Yes, on the 26th.
Yep.
So Friday.
Last week.
You want to click on that? Let's see what she bought. Stock. Okay.
10,000 shares.
Yeah.
Huh? Nice 2%, Nancy.
Thank
should
God
be more.
For Nancy Pelosi posting this 4 days after. Because a lot of people, like, if you don't know about Congress trades, they have like a month, I think, to post their trades.
Okay, to report, basically. Okay.
Yeah, or they get like, I don't know, fined or something, or like stopped on the wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's some politicians that won't post for like 90 days.
Ah, okay.
And like they just like the fine or whatever, like the punishment is not that big of a deal to them, so they just won't post for like 100 something days or whatever. But
Okay.
Nancy Pelosi, she posts immediately. So if you want to follow, like this is the perfect time. You want to follow her, right?
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean,
She bought this like on Friday, so like 5 days, not too bad. You're probably getting the same entry right now on Nvidia as her. And then she also dumped Microsoft. So if you want to dump Microsoft based on Nancy Pelosi's insight.
golly, she did well on that one, man. That was a good. That was a good. Yeah. She did
I mean,
well.
if you pull up the Nvidia chart on days, it's roughly the same on the 26th. I mean, she got today's pump, but she also held during yesterday's drop. So, I mean, it's roughly the same, I think.
Yeah, I think you're saying. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, just about one. Say she got.
Yeah, you want to pull you're still on the Congress stuff. You want to pull up the chart?
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, so she got in on the 26th. Not sure at what point, but like.
Right, which would have been anywhere from 116 to 112. Give it. So,
Right, but like.
Yeah.
That's not like maybe 1 or 2%. So it's still a good time to enter if you believe in the oracle of Nancy Pelosi.
Yeah. I mean, she's got a pretty good profitable track record.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Again, the trend is your friend until it's not, right? So, what I'm saying with that is that I'd follow and count on that being a profitable source to mirror or possibly copy. Look for insight, at least until it's not, because time and time again it is. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's her most recent trades. If you want to go back to the Congress site again.
Yeah, we can look at that.
If you click her name and see what other things he traded, I think it's at most. You might have to search it.
Yeah, that's what I gotta do. Visa?
Yeah, that was the last two. No, but that was July 1st.
Yeah.
Just those two.
So she just added basically to Nvidia, huh? Her Nvidia position.
Added Nvidia, sold Microsoft, and yeah, that's about it. That's the only thing she moved in her accounts.
Interesting. Yeah, she did well on that one. Ooh, she's trying to break that 250 mil mark. I know it was a tough one for me to get past, but
We'll get there someday.
Get there one day. That's
You
right.
gotta start off small.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, these are disclosed holdings. Okay. Apple, Amazon, Google, Visa, Netflix. What do you think about Netflix, man? If you don't mind me asking. It's down.
Not a big fan. I think of all the large cap tech, they're probably my least favorite.
Okay.
I don't see what the tech is. They just have to make good movies and shows and
Right, like how do you
IP.
keep I mean, I don't if it's all just measured on growth, I don't like at what point, you know what I mean? Can you add more users?
I mean, I think it's a media company over a tech company,
Yeah, definitely.
right?
I've noticed
Like,
on
no matter how good your algos are and be like, oh, you watched X, here's why. like, if you don't have Y to show, or like if Y is like a shit show, like, no one's gonna watch it.
True. I've noticed on tablets, iPads, that was weird or different to me for the first time is they brought in games. There's like I'm not talking about like if you were looking on a TV, but say on like an iPad or tablet, I guess I would imagine. Have you seen that they have games available now? I was like, what? Huh?
Yeah, but are those games what are you gonna play games on Netflix? What games are they? Are they fun? I'm gonna go look on my phone right now.
I played Grand Theft Auto for the first time ever, buddy. I have to admit, I'm probably all gonna hate me for saying
Netflix?
that. Yeah.
Which one?
I think it was
we have Netflix
Vice City, I think, or not. Let's see.
The old ones.
Yeah, well, hey, I'd always heard about it, never had time. You know what I mean? It was right there. It was just one click. It was just one.
If we're talking about GTA, go look up Take-Two Interactive. They make GTA.
Okay.
That's the stock. Take-Two, like TT. Take-Two, take with a T.
Oh.
What's the NATO thing for T? What is the NATO thing for T? E. Tango.
K2.
No. Tango. T.
Oh. Okay.
You're still on the. I don't know what site you're on actually.
Do you know what the ticker actually is?
It's not K. It's T. Tango. Take-Two. I don't know. Take-Two Interactive. Just search it up.
Okay. TTWO.
Yeah, so they're planning to announce GTA 6, or trying to launch GTA 6 in 2026 or 2025, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a bet the company type of play right here.
Interesting. Red
Yeah, I
dot.
think they spend like 2 to 3 billion on GTA 6.
Okay. What is that in like perspective wise, like compared to? Is that like double or like typical? Like say the amount of say for GTA 5 or 4. Do you have any like idea of reference?
Let me look. GTA 5 cost 200 million.
Wow. Okay.
But GTA 5 made $8.5 billion.
Wow.
Right, GTA 5 is one of the better, like one of the most groundbreaking games in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Like people are still playing it today.
Yeah, I believe that 100%. Yeah.
And it was launched in 2013. So for like 10 years, 11 years, people are still playing the game.
That's a long retention period. Wow.
Yeah, that's how good they made the game. Like it was on Xbox 360.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow.
and now they have like Xbox X or whatever. It went through like 3 generations of consoles, and it's still being played.
Yeah, that's insane. Wow.
So they're probably aiming for like, I don't know, 5, 6.
Were you saying?
No, they're probably aiming for like 10, 12 billion in revenue here.
Is this why
for GTA 6.
Is this why this estimate in Q2 of 24 is forecasted so high, possibly?
No, I think
No?
GTA 6 is being released later on.
This year, at the end, Q4 maybe. Oh, I'm in 2024. What the heck is
No,
going on?
autumn 2025.
Oh, okay, okay.
So 1 year, roughly.
They don't pay dividends, no. Interesting.
But it is a bet the company type of
Right, right.
like if this thing fails, or like if this like doesn't launch as expected or underperforms, like you'll see like 50% drops in the company, probably more.
Wow. Oh, they do. They're Zynga as well and Rockstar. I mean, well, I knew they were Rockstar. They're part of Zynga, which I associate with mobile games. I didn't know that. Huh. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Stock quote 151.87. T2. Earnings conference call Q1 of 2025, August 8th. Oh, August 8th. Wow.
I'm gonna buy GTA 6 when it comes out.
Yeah,
Sounds insane.
does sound insane. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that'll be really. Yeah. Thanks for the insight. Thanks for the insight on that, buddy. Man, that's good. I did not know that much about them. That's crazy that they offer these financials like this on their site, even with the chart widget.
That's pretty standard for public companies, no?
Yeah. True.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about like, I know we talk about a lot of like Web3 games and stuff.
Yeah.
I think if we're looking at that gaming in general, there are a bunch of people that are doing pretty well. King is probably the best casual game, and they're owned by Blizzard, which might be owned by Microsoft at this point.
And what game is that we're talking about?
It's like the Candy Crush people and like the
Okay.
yeah.
Which is Buzzinga or whatever you're talking about. Or what?
Yeah, Blizzard.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Blue.
Blizzard and Activision.
Right. Okay.
I think Activision got bought out
But okay.
by Microsoft.
And Blizzard probably as well. Yeah.
You know what's actually if someone can replicate this in Web3, it could be a huge moneymaker. The Monopoly Go game. Have you seen the ads?
No, I've not. No. Are they recent?
Relatively. No, it's a non-public company, but they make a shit ton of money on Monopoly Go for sure.
Wow. You know, it's funny you say that. There was a game, I think it's Scrabble, I want to say, that I know a
It's
guy.
probably made by some of these same companies.
Okay, I was gonna say I know a guy that like owns like a
Is Scrabble Go?
I don't know. Let's say this is what I'm trying to say is that like whatever the version of Scrabble is that like older ladies have on their iPads, that as they update the firmware, they're no longer able to find it, and they add the same game on they're not able, the same game is no longer like supported or whatnot. And then I had to like look into it, and it was like pulled or something at some point. There's other variants of it now, but it's I think it was Scrabble. It's like now like it's almost like Scrabble with friends or something like that.
No, but the secret of this company is that all their games are like hyper gamified.
Oh, for engagement,
Like
basically.
you have to play it every day to like progress, and like you have to pay money to like roll or shit like that. So like they make a shit ton of money on this.
Okay. Wow. I want to know who's the company behind making all these premium kids games that constantly keeps getting downloaded at this household, and then every single. I'll tell you what, that's a sleeper right there. I find a lot of these kids games are like the premium model where it's free, right, to play it first, but then just like other popular games kids play, right, where they're paying for skins and whatnot, like in Roblox and stuff like that. Basically, we're as a parent, basically we're paying just to get rid of the advertisement, that pops up and rolls some video for 30 seconds that they don't know how to click out of.
Are you getting those bills, Isle? Are you paying the? Are you keeping these companies afloat?
I feel like it here and there. Here and there, because I concede sometimes. I'm like, okay, all right, for $4.99, it's worth it. I don't have to keep getting, I don't get if it keeps my kid from getting upset, or. But the problem is the advertisements. I find they take up the whole screen, right? And then you have this little tiny red X to try to, they try to make it a little tricky every time. But basically, long story short, is it just as a game, it doesn't keep the kids' attention, right? Because unless you end up paying for it just to get rid of the advertisements. But yeah, and it works. That's a good business model so far because it works. I'll tell you that, at least from a parent's perspective.
Right. We have.
Yeah, we're looking to wrapping this up. Okay.
Before the cases.
Okay. Yeah, looking like Bitcoin's selling off here. 66,000 has now been lost since we've been talking. We're down now to 65.6. Dang, that would have even been a nice little scalp short profitable there. Okay. Well, right on, man. I'm looking forward to the rest of the week coming up. It sounds exciting with Brett trades. I'll have to pay attention to that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I appreciate you being here.
You want to do another options? We'll probably go more in depth this time. Another option lesson. I can probably chime in.
Okay.
Last time I was like busy at dinner or something. But yeah, if you want to set a time for that at Discord, we will do another option lesson, I think.
Okay. And that'll be with, obviously, guys, we're Bridge3Labs, and that would be, some of these smaller hands-on things we usually try to do. We'll do it, like, for example, inside our Discord. Obviously, if that's something that interests you and you're not a member, I'd encourage you always to go to Bridge3Labs.io. That's where you can find out more information. You can just search Bridge3Labs on Twitter, X, obviously, and go to the profile and follow some of the links, or you can always shoot me, or I'm really confident in all our team members and founders. You can shoot anyone a DM. We're all real people here. Trying to do real things. So be cool. Cool to come join us.
I think the stream closed on Twitter, so
Okay. All right.
I'll see you later.
Later, bro.
Peace out.
Later.
Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Hey, baby. Just finished. Can you give me 10 seconds or
Yep.
2 more minutes so I can just whatever wrap up? I don't want to be halfway paying attention to you.